Hello everyone, welcome to this live session today. Today we're going to talk about some decision making sets. We're going to look at about 5 sets from XAT 2015. Okay, so go ahead and start the decision making set 22, please. Go ahead and start with decision making set 22. Start with decision making set 22, please. Yeah, please start with decision making set 22, please. Hello everyone. Yeah, please start with decision making set 22, please. Let's start with 22. Yeah, please let me know once you guys are done with the decision making test, please. Is anybody else done, please? Okay, that's great, Rohit and Jay. Let's give 1 minute for Mehak. Mehak, are you done? Okay, let's discuss the solutions. Okay. So the first one is this is related to an email by Dibangshu Barua. Okay, and this is a very simple set. Okay, if you look at it closely, all the four options are all the three questions in this particular set are pretty straightforward, right? So in this particular question, which of the following option might best explain his decision to do so? So we have, let's look at the options quickly. So Mr. Patel would soon be transferred to another department. Okay, so this need not be the reason why he decided to focus. Uh, Last week, Dipanshu had been assigned to a new team. Again, this may not be the strong reason. 3 days back, Dipanshu was assigned to a new project. Again, this may not be a strong reason. His friend was hospitalized. Again, that may not be a reason why he's focusing. Failing to perform the client meeting might further complicate things. Okay, so this is a simple one. This is a sitter. Okay, so if it doesn't perform on this, it might complicate things. Okay, so that's why he's gone with this particular option. Option 5, failing to perform might further escalate things. Okay, that's your option 5. Everyone good with this? Simple one, sitter. Everyone got this right? Perfect. So let's move to the next question. Here we are saying which of the following options would be the best move for the Pangshu. Okay, considering the fact that he's got a job offer and however he cannot leave that existing job because he might not get paid for those 2 weeks or something. So so what are the options available to him? So primarily out of these options, we have to reject those options which are talking about irrelevant stuff which is not stated. For example, option D and option E are out because uh, salary hike is not something that is being covered here. It's not that's something that's extraneous. Similarly, option E is out because you accepting with a 10% hike, I mean, doesn't justify. Maybe 20%. Why only 10%, right? That's why it's also out. Option C is out because he'll be jobless, which he does not want to consider. Between option A and B, okay, uh, both of them look very close. Okay, A and B. Option B is being rejected primarily because it's not solving his problem at hand, right? Um, so the best thing approach would be option A, where he is trying to do his best to kind of stay back in the existing firm, but at the same time, he's trying to apply for other jobs. Okay, is everyone good with option A? Option A. Everybody go with option A. But it's in details. It's written that Mr. Patel is not allowing him to speak. Yeah. So in the details, you're right, Ajay. It's saying that it's not allowing him to speak, but still, he needs to put some effort and go and speak to him, right? Um, well, let me see. Where is that saying about the not allowing him to speak? Yeah. So that was in the last meeting. That was in the last meeting, Ajay. So in the last meeting, that was how it was. Mr. Patel had not allowed him to speak, but doesn't mean that he's not going to allow him to speak forever, right? Right. And there could be a variety of reasons why Mr. Patel could not have allowed him to speak. Perhaps there was other people on the in the meeting. Perhaps there were other agendas on the meeting, right? So there are a variety of reasons why they were not allowed him to speak. But speaking on a one-on-one person may be possible, right? Okay. Are you convinced, Ajay? So speaking to him one-on-one might work. Maybe not in the meeting. It might not have worked, but one-on-one can work. If he does any mistake, he would again be in the danger zone. So if he's not allowed to speak, then he's in trouble of losing his job. Need to think long term, right? Okay, so let me answer the questions one by one. Okay, first one is Ajay. Well, let's finish Ajay's issues. Ajay is saying he's not allowed to speak. That was in the meeting only. Okay, but later on he can always speak one-on-one person in person, right? Ajay he can always go. Dipanshu can speak to Patel in one-on-one and try to convince him. That's possible. And next one is. For those guys who are thinking D and E, okay, option E is straightly out of the option out of the question, because see, it's not stated that Dipanshu is interested in a 10% hike or a 20% hike or the same salary. It's not stated, right? So how can you say that uh, if he gives a 10% hike, he needs to go? Okay, this is a kind of an extraneous information and something irrelevant, right? So that's why this cannot be the best move, right? What if he's not satisfied, happy with 10% hike? What if he's really looking for 20% hike? We don't know that, right? It's not stated, so you cannot go with that kind of an option. Similarly, option D is out, because if the salary gives startup gives a salary hike, okay, I mean, where is it mentioned in the paragraph caselet that he's interested looking for a hike? What if he is okay to go even without a comparable salary? Okay, he's not saying that he wants a hike. Nowhere is it stated. Okay, so Mehak, the thing is, it is written he is doubtful it will help. Okay, so Mehak, if you were to look at your organization, right, everyone has their own doubts about how things might shape up, right? If you might, when you're searching for a new job, you might be doubtful if they will give you a 30% hike, right? You're looking for 30% hike, but the organization which area you're going, they might give you only 20% hike. You're doubtful if they'll give 30%, but still, what do? You still not go with 30%. You still say, okay, let's give it a try, right? You still say, okay, let's give it a shot at 30%. Maybe in your last meeting with that HR person, she said, no, I cannot give 30%, but still you try to push it, right? So although it says that it wasn't possible last time, it's still a possibility now, right? It still works out. It still can work out, right? I mean, it's see, out of the options available, that's the best option that he has. Yes, Rishikesh, that's right. Rishikesh is requesting, right? Need to think long term, right? Yeah, okay. So he's on target. So if he does any mistake, he would be again in the danger zone. Okay. So I hope everybody who's saying D and E are convinced that it's not D and E. If he's allowed to speak, then he's in trouble of losing his job. Yeah. So no. Actually, Ajay, he's not in trouble of losing his job. So the thing is, there is some misconception that is present, which he can clarify by speaking to Patel. Okay, that's not going to make him lose his job. Okay, it always in these caselets, the first approach is try to mitigate the issue by by an amenable approach, right? What can possibly pacify the situation? That's what you need to look for. That's the first approach. So out of these options, if you look at it, option C, D, and E are trying to run away. Okay, running away is not going to solve it. Option A and B are the only ones which can fit in. Out of which option A is more correct because it's kind of finding a solution in a way and also trying to look at alternatives. That's why option A is. Yeah. So Rishikesh, I just want to understand, you're on my side or their side? Okay. Everybody convinced? Guys, everybody convinced option A? But sir, isn't it saying that it was an in-person meeting with Mr. Patel? Ajay, are you referring to the meeting with? No, that wasn't an in-person. If you look at it, it says during his last meeting, he had tried to put forward his explanation, but Mr. Not to speak. Dipanshu was speaking of meeting with Patel, but not during the last meeting. Okay. Mm. Yeah, so 2 points here. First is Ajay saying in the last meeting it was in person. Yeah, you're right, Ajay. Maybe it could have been a one-on-one meeting as well. So you don't know what the last meeting had, right? Whether it was one-on-one or whether it is a group meeting, we don't know, right? Uh, yeah, we don't know that. But the point is, even if he had not allowed him to speak, I mean, it's still going ahead with that option is something that's still a good way out. So even if you are in this place, if I were in this place, that's what I would do. I would give one more shot. No worries. He might not speak, but then going ahead with that option is what is correct thing, right? See, according to that, don't look too much in practical world. Like, he didn't speak last time, so he may not speak this time. According to that, that is the best thing to do. Just do it. That's it. Okay. I mean, that's the way you need to approach that caselets, right? If that's the best way to do it, go for that out of the options. So again, Rishikesh is saying in the original option key. So Rishikesh, the problem is nobody knows what is the original answer key. So where did you get this original option key, right? I know I have seen option E being given in I think one of the other sides, maybe Handaka Funda or somebody has given option E. But I think the authentic key is something which is over here. I'll just put it on the chat. Okay. Can you guys check this? I think this is the authentic key. Okay. Which I think states option one. Okay, I think so. Let's just check it out. But I think option E is definitely out because it doesn't make any sense. But sir, once again, it's written because it's the issue with the person, not organization. So why would be in meeting among people? Yeah, so you don't know, Ajay. The meeting could have been within. We don't know. Nothing is mentioned, right? It's could be in a group of people along with the senior managers and all. Okay. He tried already. Yes, Mahek, he tried already, but here he's talking about the initiatives he has taken, right? So what's different from before is primarily probably behavioral thing. Probably perhaps it was a behavioral issue or something that is there in misconception. And going ahead with the second option and trying again is not an issue. Nothing wrong with that, right? Okay, I think there's some issue with this link. Give me a second. So actually, it's getting truncated. That's why you guys are seeing that issue. Okay. So just type this at the end of hitbullseye.com. Probably that'll help. Yeah, just try this now. Just type the first part followed /PDF. Okay, that'll work. Okay, so I checked up this solutions. I think these ones look pretty sensible. Okay, so probably let's just look at this. Talk to Mr. Patel. Okay, I think it's option E according to this one as well. Yeah, I think you guys are right. Probably this is the official answer, but and the offer made is comparable to the present job in terms of salary, so he should accept this offer with some hike. There's no point explaining this point. Is still yeah, he's taken out with something. Okay, guys, I think it's option five. Yeah. Okay, I think option E is the correct answer. Okay. So Rohit, even I agree option B could be the correct answer. Reject the offer from startup, use the next 3 months to find a better job or continue in the present job. That also looks like a good option, option B. But I think option A is definitely better over option B because at least option A is doing the same thing, right? It's rejecting the offer if you're speaking to the Patel and trying start applying for other jobs. It's still the same thing, right? So option A is better over option B, but I think the official answer is option E. So yeah, option B, C, D are out. So basically A and E, and I think E is okay. My heck, okay, guys. I think he already tried, but I would suggest to try again. But yeah, yeah. Okay, let's go with option E. Okay, E is not wrong, but see, why I say E is out is because he's not stating explicitly that he's dissatisfied with the hike. Okay, he got a job offer with a comparable salary, but it's not stated that he cannot think of a life, he cannot think of a new job without a hike. If it states somewhere that he is not satisfied because of the comparable salary and no hike, then we option E is the best one. What if he's okay with going to the next job even with a comparable salary hike? I mean, comparable salary, I don't know. So that's why okay, guys, let's go with option E. Okay, let's move on. So you can refer to the official keys. Okay, that is the I think pretty much the right answers. So the next one is he's contemplating following 5 actions in his mind. Talk to Mr. John about Dipanshu and convey to him about losing a bright employee cause the organization dearly. Okay, um, so pretty much this one. Yeah. So here again, it's 1, 4, and 5. Okay. So primarily, we are saying that talk to Mr. John and convey him that losing a bright employee would cost the organization. Then catch up with Dipanshu during coffee break and convey the organization values him, and then arrange a meeting with John to sort out the differences. Okay. So this kind of first sets the context and discusses with all three parties. This I think is the best answer. What do you guys think? Everybody good with this? Okay. All good with this, right? Perfect. Let's move to the next one. Okay, I think this is pretty much it. Okay, this is a simple case. I think the second one is contentious, third and first was simple. Okay, let's move to the next case. Is that decision making 23, please? Decision making 23, please. Okay, guys, let's look at the solutions. Okay, the first question is related to the MBA entrance examination. Okay, so some college wants to keep a test. Okay, consisting of evaluation for entrepreneurship versus formula-based questions. Which of the following is the best approach? Okay, so I think this is a simple one. Again, this one is option one. So it's just like two. Okay, the option two. Okay, where we say that it's going to consist of two parts, and part A will consist of formula based questions, part B will consist of application based questions, and then both will have separate qualifying cutoffs. Okay, so that will make sure that yeah, that will make sure that people actually focus on each of the section to clear the cutoffs. Okay, and the college can evaluate who is good in which section. Okay, I'm good with the option just two. Anybody thinks it should be one and two? Everybody's good with just two. So I have a challenge for you guys. So why not one and two, right? Why not one? See, in one he's saying that there are two parts. Although the cutoff percentile will be on the combined scores for the two parts, you're taking away part A and then part B will be distributed, right? So that means that for part A, anyhow they will put their best, right? Even if the overall cutoff is given for both parts, a candidate will do his best in part A and candidate will do his best in part B, right? So basically, the college can still get to know who has performed in which parts, right? Two and three, no, it's not three. Three is out, Ajay. Yeah, three is out. Three is primarily out because having 1 mark for formula based and 2 marks for application based problems incentive for attempting application based problems. So again, you don't know why people are getting them wrong. Either uh, they are not, see, they might think 2 mark questions are tougher and they might leave them. Okay, um, it's not yeah, it's not a level playing field, right, Ajay? See, if you want to understand who is good at formula based and who is good at application based, then uh, you need to know. See, what if you don't know the weightage of that, right? You're saying 2 marks questions are there, but how many questions are there? Are they equal or not equal? You don't have any information on that, right? And secondly, you don't know if people will say, hey, it has 2 marks but it is tougher, rather than that I have 1 mark, so I will go with easier. If you see CAT question papers in the years 2000 to 2008, right? 2000 2008 they used to be having 1 mark and 2 marks questions, right? If you see, the level of 2 marks questions used to be tougher than 1 marks. So what people used to do, people used to mostly go for the 1 mark questions only. Why? Because they're easier and you'll at least get the marks. In 2 marks, I know it has two marks, but then it's tougher and I don't want to waste my time, right? Exactly. Again, Amit is right. Again, attempting a question doesn't mean they have the solution for it, right? So having, like, yeah, and one more thing is, even if they attempted it and they got it wrong, what if they attempted those 2 marks questions and got them wrong? I mean, it still doesn't give any picture. Maybe they're attempting them simply because there are no more 1 mark questions left. Okay, so that doesn't give any picture. You have to get, see, Ajay, your solution has to be so clear that it has to exactly give them the question answer they are looking for. Okay, it cannot be something on the outskirts. Okay, sorry guys. Okay, so this one is just two. Okay, I would say even one and two is correct, but two is more appropriate. Okay, but sir, it's not fair in fourth one. What is the fourth one? It's not fair in fourth one. Yeah, fourth one is definitely out. So the answer is option A, the point A, just a two. Okay, this is the correct answer. The fourth choice of allocating 1 mark without mentioning this is totally wrong. Okay, All good with that? Should I move on? All good? The keys are differing between what and what now? Key saying 2 and 3 good option according to the one which I just shared. Yeah, it's more like a DI set now, trying to figure out which set corresponds to what question. So give me a second. Okay, what is the according to the link? What is it saying? Keys are saying 2 and 3 are good options. No, actually 3 is definitely out here. I mean, there's no doubt about that. It has to be just option 2. That's correct answer. Okay. Okay. So let's move on. Okay. Here we are saying that again, the same thing. We have 6 different inputs that are provided. Which of the following will help him prepare for the exam better? Okay. So this is a sitter question, I feel. Okay. And I think the correct answer is option 5. Okay. It's a pretty straightforward question. Obviously, the bank one is irrelevant, and ISM, again, students get a very good campus jobs are irrelevant. Okay, if you remove all of that, the remaining 4 are there, and it's a pretty straightforward thing, right? So option E. Let's move to the next one. Okay. So next one is Innovative Institute of Business. Okay, this one, yeah, this one. What do you guys think is the best options? 5 and 3. Okay, 5 and 3. This is option D. Option D. Yeah, option D. So this is pretty straightforward. Again, first conduct an energy audit. That is the first thing. Like I always say, for decision making, first you should do an investigation. That's always the first thing. So out of these 5 options, only option C and option D can be, and option E can be the possible choices. Out of them, if you see replacing the existing buildings is kind of a ridiculous option. So that's why you reject that. So between D and E, you are basically talking about. So I think both of them have the same thing, right? 5-1-3 and 5-3-1. Okay, I'm sorry, there must be a typo there. Okay, maybe it's 6-1. Uh, Maybe it's a 6-1. So it's basically 5-1-3. Okay, don't bother about what the E option is. It's basically 5-1-3. First, conduct an energy audit, then replace, and then replacing. So 5-3-1. Oh, sorry, it is basically the order of it also. No, I think it should be 5-3 and then 1. Oh no, okay, 5-1-3 is also okay. Yeah, why not 2? So replacing so Ajay, the explanation is that you cannot replace buildings with environment friendly buildings, right? I mean, it's not a very uh, I mean, it's not a very practical solution, right? Replacing electricity source is possible. Connecting seminar is a good idea so that it brings awareness. But then replacing buildings is not yeah, not very feasible, right? So basically, it's 5-1-3. Okay, all good. Yeah, Rohit, what Ajay? What is the answer? You're saying 453. Rohit, are you saying 4-5? Ajay, are you saying 4-5-3? No, Ajay, actually, give me a second. See, this is the according to the document which I shared you. 512. Where is no? According to the document which I shared, it is 513, right? Option D. Yeah, it's 512. My bad. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry for all the confusion. So let us decide from our side what it should be the answer. Okay. Let us debate from our side what could be the correct answer in this case. Most probably, most preferred sequence of actions. I would say replacing electricity source for streetlights with solar panels is a good idea, right? Replacing existing buildings with environmental friendly buildings is something that is debatable. Organizing a seminar involving all students is a good idea. Introducing a compulsory course is not a great idea. Conducting an initial audit is perfect. Okay, so basically it should be between option C, option D, and option E. That's 100%. Okay. Now, in terms of option C, option D, and option E, all of them have one. Okay, replacing electricity source is there. That's what there for all of them. So the only thing that is contentious between 2 and 3. Okay, replacing an existing buildings or organizing a seminar. Okay, and out of them, I think replacing buildings is better because actually it's more practical. Like I said before, I mean, it's not really a practical option replacing buildings, but I don't know if you look at from a ZAT's point of view, if you don't want to look at the real world things, maybe that's the correct answer. 512, right? Because organizing a seminar is not going to immediately give any result, but again, that's also not wrong. So 513 and 512 is both are look like 513 and 512 both look like decent options here. I don't see any one of them being totally wrong. Okay. So between 513 and 512, guys, I would say any one of them could be the answer. Yes, guys, actually, that's right. See, the thing is, you never know because organizing a seminar actually builds awareness, okay, which can actually help in improving making it more sustainable. But again, if you want to argue in a different way, you cannot replace buildings overnight, correct? Can you replace buildings overnight, Ajay? It takes a lot of years to replace each building, right? Correct. Environmental friendly building, yeah. Can you just replace one building and then get another building in that place just like that? It takes time, right? But connecting a seminar, yeah, so that's what. So that's why 512 and 513, guys, both of them are looking like correct answer. Now we don't know what the official answer is. Don't worry. The look focus on the approach, guys. Okay, focus on the approach as to how to solve decision making questions. Okay, don't focus on the exact what is here. Okay, 512, 513 both are right. If you might have picked one of them, you're good to go. Okay. Uh, okay. Let's move to the next one. We got a couple of sets more. So decision making 24, please, everybody. Decision making 24, please. Okay, guys, let's move to the next set here. This is kind of a controversial set. Okay, let's move to the next one. Okay, great, Rohit. Let's give a couple of minutes for the others. Okay, guys, let's look at the solutions now. Okay, so the first one is about the national political party. Okay, we are wondering which one it should be, which would adversely affect both NPP and loyal the most. Okay, so primarily in this particular set, we see that Mr. Loyal is pretty loyal, and he has got a son who's a prodigal who's kind of making a mess. There is a lot of criticism in the country because of Mr. Prodigal. So the best way, the worst action that can take is, like, expel Mr. Loyal from the party. Okay, so expelling him is the worst action because first of all he's not directly accused. His son is accused, so you cannot expel his father. Correct. Secondly, he has good connections in the party, so expelling him sends the wrong message. Okay, so that's why it's the worst option. Okay, everybody good with option C? It's a simple one, right? Sit up. Perfect. Let's move to the next one. Here we are saying which of the following suggestions would harm the party the least? Okay, now this is a slightly controversial one if you look at it. So most of you might say initiate an internal inquiry to find the truth. Okay, I think most of you will say this is the correct answer, but I think the correct answer is option D. Suspend Mr. Prodigal from the party with immediate effect, but announce that he will be taken back if the court declares him innocent. Okay. Now I don't care if ZAD thinks whatever, because I think the correct answer according to some sources of ZAD official case is option D. Okay. So basically, although option C looks like a correct answer, it's not correct because if you're conducting an internal inquiry, it is not. It's still going to harm the party because there is widespread agitations going on in the national media and the country because of Mr. Prodigal. Now, if you are conducting an internal inquiry, who is going to find out what is going to be the outcome of that? Correct. What are you doing in the internal inquiry? It's just like the committees that were formed in some of our governments, right? In India, you just form a committee, and that will keep on doing something. Who knows what's happening? To solve the issue at hand, the best thing is to go for option D. Okay, it will mitigate the issue and also it's the least risky. Everybody go with option D. Perfect. Next one is the last one. Again, this is which of the following combinations best strengthen the claim of Mr. Opportunities? This is also a sitter. Okay, so here again, primarily to strengthen his claim, it should be option 1 and option 4. Correct. So both of them are going to be in favor of Mr. Opportunist to make sure that he can stand for the party. Okay, so option 1 and option 4. So this one, the second one, second bullet point. Okay, correct. So basically here it's option second case, which is 1 and 4. Okay, so this is also a sitter, right? Out of, in this case all three are sitters. Why not 3? So the party would not be able to take any stop. So yeah, so the party would not be able to take any strong disciplinary action against Mr. Loyal if he gets re-elected. Okay, so that is not really a strong case for Mr. Opportunist, right? Is it really strong as compared to 1 and 4? Ajay, is that really as strong as 1 and 4? If you have 3 combinations, then probably 1, 4, and 3 would come in. But then 1 and 4 are the best. 1 is saying that it'll be having an issue. 4 is saying he'll support. That's it. So that's why 1 and 4 is the best. Yeah. Okay, Ajay, what's the issue? That's right. Roman number 4 will always be there. Roman number 1 is the best one. So 1 and 4, Roman number 1 and Roman number 4, right? Roman number 1 and Roman number 4 are always the best choices here. They have to be there. Apart from that, if you want to put something else, you can put it. So Roman number 3 is not wrong, but the thing is, it's not as appropriate as 4 and 1. Okay, perfect. So let's move on, guys. I think we are all good here. So the last one is again, which of the following is most likely to resurrect Mr. Loyal's immediate political career? This one can be slightly messy, but the correct answer is option one, right? Because out of the others, see others, he's trying to just like it's not really building his case, right? So the others in this particular question is not building his case at all. It's just like, okay, not participating in the campaign and instructing followers to stay away from the campaign process. This is a negative approach to reject. Ask his followers to support NPP nominated candidate. That's not going to help him. It's okay for the party, but not helping him. Fourth one is Mr. Lloyd should contest as an independent candidate, but they're only saying the chances of winning may be low in that case. So that's why the option four is out. Option five is saying influence the nomination process. Again, this is not a correct approach. So therefore, it's option one. That's it. Okay. Okay, so Mahek is saying why not option five? Influence the nomination process through his followers within NPP to get one of his close associates. So Mahek, like getting his close associates nominated is not helping him in his political career, right? How is it helping him in his political career? Nothing much, right? I mean, it's kind of making him look like a good guy, but it's not helping him in his making him look like a good guy, but not helping him in his career. So the best option is option one, where it's clearly saying chances of winning is high, and it will also help him sustain his career, right? Yeah, again, option five is unethical in this case. Influence the nomination process. That's also correct. Rohit is correct. Okay, perfect. Option five is unethical. So best answer is option one is good. Okay. So that's what we're going to stick to, option one. And so we have a couple of other mock tests. Okay, I don't know if you have time for them. Option 25 and 26. Okay, decision making 25 and decision making 26. I would request all of you to take it offline as homework. Okay, and if you have any questions, you can send out an email to me. Right, we will look at your questions if you have anything, or we'll conduct hangouts for those who attempt this mock test. Okay, to discuss the solutions for that. I think it's over 1 hour now. Yeah. Okay, please take them as homework, please. And if you have any questions, you can send me an email, or we'll have a hangouts. Okay, only for the few guys who are enrolled. Okay. Yeah, we can have it at 11 o'clock today, Ajay, if you want. Yeah, no worries. So those who attempt it, just send me a mail. I will loop you into the hangouts and we'll discuss that 11. Okay. Perfect, guys. M24 last question is that. So decision making 24 last question, is it advisable to attempt? Yes, Mehak, definitely you have to attempt this question, right? Uh, yeah, it's I think the whole case is very simple one. See, guys, at the end of the day, decision making can be controversial. Just like RCs can be controversial, decision making also can be controversial. It's not. It's possible that you may miss out on some on answers, right? You put as there are two options. Logically speaking, it should be the right answer in the real world, but XLRA is taking for that. It's okay. Maximum 2 to 3 questions will go that way. That's it, right? So not the end of the world. Don't take too much load. Go with the right approach. Always look at what is the right approach and go with your gut feel. That's it, right? I mean, I'm sure a lot of, after this session, a lot of you people are thinking, okay, now what is the correct approach to solve this? Correct approach is always give benefit of doubt. That's one thing. Second thing is validate first. Okay, I mean, if you have to do an audit or investigate the facts, always do that first. And third thing is make sure that all the stakeholders are happy. Okay, you don't take a decision which will satisfy only some stakeholders. And fourth one is obviously no unethical stuff. It should be pretty much ethical, right? And fifth one is primarily if you're looking at any options which is like too specific or too generic, pull them out. Okay, or irrelevant options, pull them out. So that's the way it is. Just look at the stick to the context and look at an ethical perspective, which should satisfy everyone. That's it. Okay, so that's it, guys. That's it for today's session. We will catch up at 11 o'clock. If you guys drop me an email with your attempts, or if you want me to connect in the session at 11. Okay, thanks everyone. Thanks for your time. Anybody has any questions? Okay, that's good, Ajay. It's good to know that's all is good. Yeah. Great, guys. Thanks for your time. Good night.